Dear friends, have you ever heard the story that a tiny flower in the home garden is whispered to be a cancer nemesis? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, that flower is none other than the male papaya blossom. A flower that seems worthless at first glance but is surrounded by strange folk beliefs. What's fascinating is that modern medical research has discovered these blossoms contain many strong antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals, the very culprits behind abnormal cell changes and cancer formation. But is all of this really true? And if so, how can we use it properly, in a way that's both effective and safe? Right fingers, stay with me through today's video, because I'll share everything clearly, from scientific evidence, traditional wisdom, to practical uses and important precautions. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on valuable health insights. Wishing you good health, peace of body and mind, so that every day feels lighter and more meaningful. Dear friends, to understand why people are paying so much attention to the male papaya blossom, let me first talk a little about the disease called cancer. In fact, cancer begins when cells in the body no longer follow their natural rules. Instead of being born and dying at the right time, they grow uncontrollably, multiplying again and again, forming tumors. Even more dangerous, some cells can break away and spread to other organs, what doctors call metastasis. This unchecked growth gradually drains the body's strength over time. The causes of cancer are many, but scientists have pointed out some key factors. First are free radicals, unstable molecules produced during metabolism. In excess, they damage DNA and trigger abnormal cell changes. Next is the environment. Pollution, chemicals, and ultraviolet rays all contribute to the disease's progression. Diet also plays a major role, consuming lots of processed foods, deep-fried items, alcohol, and tobacco increases the risk. On top of that, a sedentary lifestyle, chronic stress, and irregular sleep weaken the immune system, making the body less able to fight off illness. But don't worry too much, because nature is generous and has gifted us many plants with compounds that can help block abnormal cell growth. Among them is a tiny flower, long celebrated in folk tradition as a precious gift, the male papaya blossom. The papaya tree itself is no stranger to our gardens. Its ripe fruit is golden, sweet, and rich in vitamins A and C, nourishing the body and boosting immunity. Young leaves are sometimes used in rustic dishes, but few people know that papaya trees come in both male and female varieties. The female tree bears fruit, while the male tree does not. It only produces blossoms, and it is these small, ivory white flowers with delicate petals, hanging in clusters and releasing a faint fragrance, that our ancestors treasured as valuable medicine. Traditionally, blossoms are harvested just as they bloom, washed, then dried in the shade to preserve their flavor and medicinal properties. When needed, a few dried flowers are steeped in hot water to make a light golden tea. Its taste is slightly bitter but refreshing, helping to cool the liver, ease digestion, and cleanse the body after heavy meals. In traditional medicine, male papaya blossoms are classified as cooling herbs that can purify the blood, detoxify the liver, soothe coughs, reduce phlegm, and support digestion. In many rural areas, people even mix the flowers with honey or ginger to make a simple yet effective folk syrup for cough relief. Still, the important question remains: are these benefits only folk wisdom, or do they truly have scientific support? This is what I'd like us to explore further. Modern researchers have discovered that male papaya blossoms contain many valuable bioactive compounds. First are flavonoids, powerful antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, protect DNA, reduce inflammation, and slow down aging. Next are tannins, the compounds responsible for their characteristic astringent taste. Tannins help tighten mucous membranes, ease coughs, and reduce sore throats. Scientific studies have also shown tannins possess antibacterial properties and inhibit enzymes that cause inflammation. thereby easing the liver's burden. In addition, there are phenolic compounds, well known for their antioxidant power, their ability to protect cardiovascular health, and their role in supporting the liver's detoxification process. And especially beta-carotene, a precursor of vitamin A which strengthens the immune system and safeguards the mucous membranes of the respiratory and digestive tracts, the body's first line of defense against environmental and dietary toxins. Some laboratory studies have even shown that extracts from male papaya blossoms can inhibit the growth of certain cancer cell lines while reducing oxidative stress, the fertile ground where cancer tends to thrive. Dear friends, what we've just covered shows that male papaya blossoms truly contain many valuable compounds that help fight oxidation, reduce inflammation, and boost overall health. However, to unlock their full potential, it's not just about picking the flowers, drying them, and steeping them in hot water. The real value lies in how we use them and how we skillfully combine them with other natural ingredients to create a synergistic effect. Our ancestors had a simple yet profoundly accurate principle: many herbs have certain effects on their own. But when combined properly, those effects can multiply many times over. That is what modern medicine now calls the synergistic effect. Male papaya blossoms also follow this rule. With the right combinations, not only can their bitterness, often hard for some people to drink, be softened, but the benefits for the liver, lungs, respiratory system, and digestive health can also become more pronounced. In folk tradition, the most common way to use male papaya blossoms is to prepare them as papaya blossom tea. The flowers are typically harvested just as they bloom, washed clean, and dried in the shade to preserve both flavor and active compounds. Drying in the shade rather than under harsh sunlight is intentional, since direct sun can degrade some of the delicate compounds and reduce their medicinal value. Once dried, the flowers are stored in sealed jars. To prepare, simply take a small handful, about 10 to 15 blossoms, place them in a teapot. Add boiling water, and steep for about 10 minutes with the lid closed. The result is a pale golden tea with a subtle aroma and a distinct but not overwhelming bitterness. Sipped slowly, the initial bitterness soon gives way to a lingering sweet aftertaste, leaving the liver feeling soothed and the stomach lighter. For many, a cup of male papaya blossom tea is a natural way to cleanse the body after oily meals, refreshing, cooling, and supportive of digestion. What's fascinating is that the bitterness is not just a sensation on the tongue, but a reflection of the presence of valuable bioactive compounds. Among them, flavonoids and tannins stand out the most. Flavonoids are a group of powerful antioxidants capable of neutralizing free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage DNA and trigger the formation of cancer cells. Through this mechanism, flavonoids help protect cells, reduce inflammation, slow down aging, and support the prevention of many chronic diseases. Tannins, on the other hand, create an astringent taste and help tighten mucous membranes, which gives them antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, cough-relieving, and throat-soothing properties. This is why drinking male papaya blossom tea is not just a matter of folk belief, but one with clear scientific grounding. Beyond tea, another popular method is combining male papaya blossoms with honey and ginger. This is considered the harmony of three precious folk remedies. Honey has long been known for its natural antibacterial power, rich in enzymes and vitamins, helping to soothe throat irritation, reduce burning pain, and provide easily absorbed energy for the body. Ginger stands out with its essential oils and warming compounds, which promote circulation, expel cold, clear phlegm, warm the respiratory tract, and strengthen immunity. When these three ingredients are combined, the harsh bitterness of papaya blossoms is softened by the sweetness of honey and the spiciness of ginger, resulting in a drink that is not only easier to enjoy but also more effective, easing coughs, reducing inflammation, supporting the respiratory system, improving digestion, and nourishing the body. However, dear friends, remember this important point: when used correctly, it's medicine; when misused, It can cause harm. Male papaya blossoms contain many bioactive compounds, and overconsumption can strain the liver, cause bloating, indigestion, or even digestive disorders. That's why healthy individuals should only drink 1 small cup per day. Ideally in cycles, for example, a few weeks on and then a break, rather than continuously for months. For those undergoing treatment, especially for cancer or chronic illnesses, or those taking medications, it's essential to consult a doctor first to avoid harmful interactions. In this way, we can see that the male papaya blossom is truly a precious gift from nature. When used properly and combined wisely with other natural ingredients, it preserves its folk value while reinforcing scientific benefits, becoming a safe companion in holistic healthcare, from the liver, lungs, and respiratory system to the digestive tract. And the most important thing I want to emphasize once more is this: cancer is a complex disease that requires proper treatment with modern medicine. Herbs and plants, including male papaya blossoms, can only play a supportive role. They can never replace prescribed drugs or medical protocols. When we understand correctly, use wisely, and combine the gifts of nature with modern medicine, the path to health will be safer and more sustainable. Dear friends, I remember this story very clearly. In a rural village of central Vietnam, there was a farmer named Hoa, in his early 60s. He had spent his whole life working the fields, season after season, tied closely to the land. But one day, he was unexpectedly diagnosed with early-stage stomach cancer. He had to undergo surgery, followed by exhausting rounds of chemotherapy. His body became weak, food lost its taste, sleep was restless, and both his health and spirit declined sharply. In that situation, his family recalled an old folk remedy passed down through generations: take male papaya blossoms, wash them, dry them, and brew them into tea for him to drink each day. At first, the bitterness was unpleasant, but after just a few times, he got used to it and began to notice changes. Each day after meals, he drank a small cup. After a few weeks of persistence, he started to feel lighter, less fatigued, with a better appetite and deeper sleep. The important point is that Mr. Hoa never abandoned his doctor's treatment plan. He still followed modern medicine faithfully, but used papaya blossom tea as a supportive measure. That combination helped him recover faster, lifted his spirits, and gave him more hope as he continued his treatment journey. Mr. Hoa's story teaches us a valuable lesson: nature can provide supportive remedies, but the foundation must always be modern medicine. When we harmonize both herbs and medical care, the results for our health become truly sustainable, safe, and long-lasting. Dear friends, when it comes to health, many people often think of finding a rare herb or a secret remedy to restore their strength. But the truth is, the root of good health does not lie in a magical plant, but in our daily habits. Our ancestors taught us long ago, prevention is better than cure, and that wisdom remains just as valuable today. If we know how to build a foundation of healthy, scientific lifestyle habits, our bodies will stay stronger, more resilient, and far less prone to disease. First comes diet. A meal rich in vegetables, fresh fruits, and whole grains provides the body with abundant fiber, along with natural vitamins and minerals. Fiber acts like a soft broom, quietly sweeping the intestines, preventing toxin buildup, and keeping the digestive system running smoothly. Vitamins C and other antioxidants work like silent guards, neutralizing free radicals, the main culprits behind cell aging and abnormal changes. On the other hand, if we regularly consume processed foods, deep-fried items, alcohol, and tobacco, the body is forced to bear a heavy toxic load. The liver and lungs become overworked. Blood vessels are prone to inflammation and hardening, and the immune system weakens, creating an open gate for diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer to enter. Next is exercise. The human body was made to move, but modern life keeps many of us sitting more than standing. Just 30 minutes a day of simple activities like brisk walking, gentle stretching, gardening, or light cycling is enough to improve circulation, keep muscles flexible, and calm the mind. Even more importantly, movement stimulates the production of endorphins, the happiness hormones, which lift the spirit and reduce stress. This is a priceless natural medicine that no drug can replace. In addition, mental well-being and sleep are key factors. A deep sleep of 7 to 8 hours each night is when the body regenerates. The brain clears toxins, and energy is restored. Conversely, constant stress and anxiety cause the body to release excessive cortisol, a hormone that weakens immunity and makes us more vulnerable to illness. Keeping the mind peaceful, slowing down, knowing how to smile, and letting go of unnecessary worries are all ways to nurture health from within. And finally, regular health checkups should never be overlooked. Many diseases, including cancer, often progress silently for years without clear symptoms. If detected early, the chances of successful treatment are many times higher. An annual checkup not only serves as a mirror reflecting our health but also provides an opportunity to adjust lifestyle habits and prevent risks from the very beginning. In summary, whether it's male papaya blossoms or any other herb, they can only serve as companions. The true foundation of lasting health must come from eating clean, living in moderation, exercising regularly, staying optimistic, sleeping well, and getting regular checkups. When these roots are strong, the tree of health will naturally grow lush and resilient, standing firm against life's storms of illness. Dear friends, after everything I've shared today, it's clear that nature has graciously gifted us many precious remedies, including the male papaya blossom, a humble flower carrying unexpected value. Yet lasting health doesn't come from a single cup of tea or a single herb, but from the way we live each day. A cup of papaya blossom tea may help cool the liver and cleanse the body. But if our diet is unbalanced, we neglect exercise, and let our minds remain tense, it will be hard for the body to stay strong for long. That's why the most important thing is to build a healthy lifestyle. Knowing how to harmonize natural remedies with good daily habits, only then can herbs truly shine, becoming trusted companions on the journey to wellness. The philosophy I'd like to leave with you is simple yet profound. Prevention is better than cure. And when the mind is at peace, the body will be healthy. When we learn to cultivate calm, let go of anger, greed, and worries, not only is our spirit nourished, but our physical health also grows much stronger. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share your valuable thoughts and experiences in the comments below. In doing so, we can walk together, support one another, and spread positivity so we can all live healthily and kindly. Wishing you abundant health, peace of body and mind, so that every passing day is filled with calm, meaning, and happiness.